Hello, my name is Evelina. I'm an artist based in Berlin, and this is How to Succeed in the Art World Part 2. In this video, I want to address the more specifics of working with commercial gallery and just the art world in general and what you can do exactly to succeed in there or succeed with your idea there. This is very German specific, maybe Europe specific, but I hope you will find it helpful because there are some points that are overall helpful for every artist who is just starting their career. So do you have a website? Because this is important. Let's say you already decided, okay, you like those 3 galleries, you already visited a lot of their shows, you're kind of in touch with them, and someone asks you, hey, can you show your work? I addressed it in the previous video that don't push your work, yeah? Only if you're being asked or if you're in this conversation, or I also work with this topic, and they're saying oh, show me. You need a good website, and in the modern days you need a good website which functions on the laptop, on the computer, and on the phone. Because usually you show your works on the phone, which I personally don't like, but this is the modern era. We need to adapt to it. So you need a good website with good photos of your works, always in your hand. And for this, there are many tools how to build a website. Of course, you can hire someone to build you an amazing website of your dreams. You can work with, Squarespace, WordPress, or any other, tools. And it has to be very stylish. It has to be clear what you're doing. Don't put everything there. It has to be your works, maybe the date. I also like to put the format, because sometimes people think I'm doing painting, and sometimes people think that it's a small painting and it's actually huge. Put the format to it, and do a really good photos of your works. You don't have to be a professional photographer, but don't do photos with a phone and just you don't give a damn. You really need good photos. The absolute best would be to hire a photographer who will come to your studio with the lighting, or to your home if you're working at home with the lighting, snap some photos of your work, snap some photos of you. Maybe you have some photographer friends. While I was studying, we tried to help each other as much as we could. Maybe someone does good photographer. You can ask okay, could you snap a couple of pictures of me and my work, and I will invite you to dinner. Maybe it will not work in the modern day and time, but you could try. That's why the most important thing is actually to network and to just be yourself and ask around, and question doesn't cost anything. So you've done your photos of your work. You can correct them with lighting and all this stuff. It depends on how advanced you are in Photoshop, Adobe, whatever. You can also do it in other apps or somewhere, but it has to be good quality. It has to be very good quality, and you have to show that you have an aesthetic, because at the end of the day, we're in a capitalism, and this is your product, and this is your life. What is the most important thing about your work? How do you want to present it? And you have to be really proud of it. All the works that you show, you have to like you have to be your first fan. You have to really like, oh my god, I will do like the best thing, I will present it like mwah. Like this is the most important thing. This is also a good thing is putting like a little CV on your website, what you already done, and maybe a portrait photo if you feel comfortable putting your portrait photo. It's always nice to see, like, you know, but if you think it's unnecessary, don't put it. It's fine, you know. The thing about the CV is there have to be shows there in your CVs. There have to be shows, grants, maybe some, like, you know, publications that you did, maybe some, like, you know, small mentions in the papers, in the local paper or whatever. Like, you can start small if you don't have much yet. You can start small, but really put everything that you done while you were studying, and also your graduation show, for example. Yes, and you have to stay in the flow of the shows. I talked about the grants in the previous video, but there are also like a lot of opportunities to do group shows, which can be like unpaid or underpaid often. This is another topic I will speak about later for sure. But yeah, the group shows are very important because this is how you win an audience. This is how you get to know other artists, other people, which is also important. I'm a big like advocate for the networking and finding your own community, because this individualism and this artist alone in the wild, like fantasy, this doesn't work. Like, we are social creatures, we have to connect with each other, and like, don't be that person, don't be the part of the problem, be friendly and see like with whom you could work, with whom you could do like even cooler things. Maybe it will become a duo or a collective, which is amazing. Like, I'm a big fan of duos and collectives in the art, because the things that will come out of like brainstorming with like many people or many, like, you know, artists, it's amazing. Like, it's really amazing. Maybe like really talk to people, really connect and see what kind of group shows you can get. Maybe you're lucky and you get a solo show at I don't know, the best gallery in town, which congratulations, but usually you start like a bit smaller, and it could be even like some group shows in local, I don't know, project room, or even a cafe if you're just starting, like, you know. But I would suggest like don't do cafes when you're already out of the university. But yeah, you can still like you know, try apply for group shows if you see on an Instagram or like somewhere. Okay, group show, open call. Don't expect that they will pay you honorary straight away, but this would be like you know, good thing to start, just starting. Yeah. So the next big thing is portfolio. You have to have your portfolio on hand, and it has to be clear as well. Like, decide what font you like, decide like, you know, what format it can have, because different grants, different like, you know, application require different portfolios, different formats of the portfolios, but you have to always have like your base portfolio at hand. For example, mine is like, you know, like this. But it can be like A4 format, it could be a letter format, it could be anything, but it has to make sense to your work. Yeah. And the best thing is, of course, to have like some exhibition shots. But if you don't have many exhibitions yet, and you only have the shots of your own work in a good quality, this is also fine for the beginning. This is actually amazing. Again, the better the quality of the photo, the better your chances are in the digital era. So it has to be a good photographs. It has to be clear, like who photographed them, like the title of the work, maybe like a small artist statement. I could do a video on that as well. Like maybe like your CV. If it's small, it's fine. Like one page. Even like my CV is also like one page, but I did like the font smaller. So every year it's getting smaller and smaller. But it still makes sense. Like it has to make sense. Like you have your own aesthetic and you have to stick to that aesthetic, because if the fonts are all over the place, unless it's your aesthetic, yeah, if the fonts are all over the place and it doesn't make sense, then it shows how unprofessional you're like doing it, and this is not a good look. So it's usually like front page, like portfolio 2026, and then your CV, and then like your works, maybe your artist statement if it's required, yeah, but always have it on hand. And then your works. Don't overflow with your works, like 10-15 would be more than enough. If it's like painting, more than enough. And yeah, so when it's a free format and you're sending your portfolio to the gallery, when they're like asking like, hey, do you have a portfolio? And you're sending like a PDF of portfolio, then don't overflow them. And a little tip from myself, it's always like I'm looking through a lot of portfolios as a part of my job at my art association, Gruppe Gorgone, by the way. And the little tip I'd like to give is always putting like a thank you at the end, because it's so sweet and it's so nice, and it shows that okay, the message there is, I appreciate that you looked through my portfolio till the very end, so thank you. And again, so you have your group shows, you can put it in your CV, this is great, and it should be continuous, yeah? And the group shows or the shows that you're doing have to make sense. So if you're already like working, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, and this is the same level of the group shows, this is not a good sign. Like it's not the worst, yeah, it takes time, but you have to always think, okay, would it be a cool next step for me? What would it get me? I'm not saying expect, again, not saying expect the big honoraries straight away out of the university, but also respect your work, yeah. There is a term that is like very popular in the art world, and which I also like. Not the meaning of it, but that there is a term for it, hope labor. And in the arts, it is very common that you are working like so much, and it's either for the exposure or like some other people get money with you, but not you. So you have to really like be careful with that, and at what level are you in right now. So there is nothing shameful in just starting small, and starting in your community, doing some group shows, but you have to see like, yeah, we are all equal, we are doing shows, yes, maybe we will sell something, maybe not, like it's fine, yeah. But if you're working with like, I don't know, big names in the art world in your city, and they're suggesting you like to do something for the exposure, I don't mean the gallerists, Yeah, because it's actually like a great opportunity. They have their own collector's base. They're like, maybe looking for you. No, but if they're suggesting you work for free, like you can always ask, is there a honorary plant? Is there an artist fee? Yeah, and you can decide whether it's like, the opportunity is really worth it. Because, for example, I've done a lot of things that were not really worth it, yeah, to do for free. But this is how you learn, and this is why I want to share my own experiences. So don't be stupid, but also don't reject the opportunities that will really help while you're starting. Yeah. So it's a thin line. You have to balance it. You have to also balance it with your own expenses, like the studio expenses and like, material expenses and everything. But this is really like, I'm trying to share my story, but this is very individual. And you have to just trust your gut, trust your excitement, and what you really want to achieve there. And yeah, just see how it goes. So, another important thing is, especially at the beginning, is residencies. I haven't done many of them, but this is partly because of my visa here. But I really, like, a lot of my colleagues did residencies while they were studying or after, like in the studying is usually Erasmus, and after the studying is the artist residency. And this is really helpful because you're building like an international community. You are looking at like something else. You see what like other people in other places are doing, and maybe you will like it better, like, somewhere else. You don't have to like stay in the environment where you studied. So and they are sometimes like you pay, sometimes they are paying you. Usually the best case scenario is that they are paying you, but you have to see what like catches your interest, and where you could apply for residencies. But I would really recommend it because every time like somewhere else, visiting like some other European countries, and talking to the colleagues there, this is an amazing feeling that you're like expanding and seeing what they're doing in their ateliers. And yeah, this is a nice opportunities for sure. Like, see as much as you can. Yeah. So, and this is also good for your portfolio for the website, like this is really shows that you're not only like, working in one place, or you've seen something else, or you're like flexible. This is a great thing. The residencies are a great thing. Of course, social media is also important. I personally like not a huge fan of it. I have it and I use it for work, and but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I really wish that it will work better for you, because many artists really do this like artist Instagram, like, very clean, your works, like your portrait, and then 3 of your works, and then maybe like an event. Like there are some tools that you could do it really clean, and then you will hope that the collector will open it. But this is tricky because the more like reliable way to get your audience is, of course, through live engagement and through galleries and through like your own your own engagement. But this is getting bigger, the Instagram and Instagram artists. So if it's something for you, you can really try to keep it like super edgy and clean and cool. And the best thing would be like, the link to your website. And maybe some people will, you will grab attention from some people. But I would not rely on that 100%, because it is like another type of work. It takes a lot of time, of course, from your artistic practice, from your like social practice that you're engaging socially. So think about it. But if you feel that it's something for you, do it. Do reels. Do like, you know, anything is possible. This is also a cool opportunity. Um, Also, if you have like some shows, for example, group shows, the thing I did is I always had like postcards and maybe some business cards, but you don't have to write like everything on them. Maybe like only your website and your Instagram, or just a link to your website. The thing I did for my graduation show was I like printed a postcard with just the QR code for my website on the other side. So it was like a postcard with the motive of my painting, and then a QR code to my website. And it really helped me. Like a lot of people um, texted me afterwards, like sent me an email, because I had like a contact form at my website, and they're like, hey, I'm interested in this painting. I haven't had a gallery back then, but yeah, it really helped me. I sold a couple of works like this, and I really like put the graduation show to use, and like, you know, printed out those materials. It was really helpful. Yes. And always have them with you, always update them with your new works, and put them on, like, you know, on the group shows, and maybe somewhere near your work, or where they allow you to put them. And it has to be, of course, good quality. Like, again, everything has to be good quality, and this is like tricky to really get this good quality when you are on a budget. But at the same time, like, it's better to print it out like in a good quality, with a good quality of the photo of your work and a good quality of paper, like once, other than like just printing out shit. It doesn't help anyone. Yeah. So paper materials, catalogs, if you have them. There are also some grants for only for catalogs. It's also really great to have. So you can apply, like, you know, so you have something to present your work, or maybe print out like yourself. This is also like the first art fair I did. I printed out a catalog of my works myself, and I just sat there with my catalog. It was cringe, but you know, it helped me. It really did. This cringe, because nobody else sat there at the fair with their own catalog in hand, like a crazy person. But you know, if you take risks, it will pay off eventually. Yeah. I hope it was helpful. I will do more videos on topics like that, and I hope it will maybe be useful for someone um, who graduated and just starting their career. And I'm here to help. See you in the next video.